Welcome to Turkana Industrial Park, creating wealth, empowering the people and nation. This park is the new frontier of Kenya wealth creation and economic empowerment through minerals, industries and socio-economic establishments. The vision of this park is to create wealth through extraction and processing of major and minor dominant mineral deposits that exist in the region, nation and Africa. And the mission is to establish a sustainable clean mining and mineral value addition center that will promote international mineral trade, create jobs, capital formation, and improving all aspects of the livelihood of the community and the nation. The Turkana Industrial Park will be built on a 50,000-acre piece of land already identified and packaged in Turkana County, which is in the former Rift Valley province of Kenya. Turkana is the largest and also the northeasternmost county in Kenya. It is bordered by the countries of Uganda to the west, South Sudan and Ethiopia to the north and northeast, and Lake Turkana to the east. With an area of nearly 77,000 kilometers square, its capital and largest town is Lodwar. The county has a population of 855,399 who depend on livestock despite the great mineral deposits in this territory.
Some of the things that Turkana is known for is basically the high poverty levels. I think it's the poorest in the country with 92% poverty level. The highest food insecure population, 72% in the country. 2.2%, interesting, 2.2% literacy level. And this is all from the statistics by the Kenya Bureau of Statistics. With a transition rate from one level to the other of 38%. And of course, a net enrollment of 40%. So basically, it tells you it's a very bad situation. In terms of literacy and education, we are really beginning from nothing. When you go to health, 94% home deliveries. I think most of our people don't know whether the hospitals exist because they are not even there. So, but I look at it as an opportunity. It's not existing, 1 million people need it. So it's a business opportunity that is lying, that has not been fully exploited. Let me just take you through the resource matrix for Turkana County, what we have in that county as a whole. I begin with oil and gas discoveries. Explorations are going on now with Tool Oil and African Oil in some parts of Turkana. There are also other companies, Canadian company, an American company that are also beginning exploration, that began exploration 2 months ago. But so far, indications are that we may have reached the threshold of commerciality. Although this has not been officially announced, but we have reached that threshold. We are looking at a resource base of about probably anything between 10 and 20 billion barrels potential, and a likelihood of much more yet to be discovered. 2 days ago, you saw in the 4th exploration site, we had a very good positive discovery of a net column of 60 to 100 meters. That is huge quantities of oil. And so there's a lot of positive things on that sector. And then the other key discovery that has been done has been the water. The underground water aquifers. Sometimes I have heard so many people saying water and oil doesn't mix. Yes, in Turkana it mixes. So the next item that we might be hearing very soon is the mineral discoveries. We think that we could be sitting on the largest deposits of gold in the country, but this is to be confirmed.
The industrial Turkana County is the current subject of crude oil exploration in Block 10BB and Block 13T, and on 26th of March 2012, the Kenyan government announced that oil had been discovered in Turkana County after exploratory drilling by Anglo-Irish firm Tullow Oil that marked the beginning of a long journey to make our country an oil producer. Big oil discoveries in the northern Turkana region have now made Kenya a major venue for oil exploration in East Africa. Kenya expects to start producing oil according to the IMF in the report.
Basically, at the very early stages of exploration, what normally technically they call upstream opportunities, business opportunities. This is what you got. Those who are doing seismic survey, that is already a business for those who have a technicality in that particular area, including airborne surveys. Those who might be doing environmental and social impact surveys, that is an opportunity, because every stage of exploration and production, an environmental impact assessment is a requirement. Those that have an interest in logistics and infrastructure services, there is a lot. In fact, this as a component of the companies that are doing oil exploration now probably constitutes almost 65% of the total business that is on offer.
Tullow said it had achieved close to commercial quantities of oil in Twiga South 1 well, and in February 2015, the company said it had successfully completed tests with a cumulative flow rate of 2,812 barrels per day, the first potentially commercial flow rates achieved in Kenya. At the Ngamia 1 well in Block 10BB in Kenya, many drill stem tests have now been completed and many tests have determined commercial viability. The establishment of this industrial park will be a strong opportunity to provide a platform of manufacture of products and byproducts of petroleum. There are huge deposits in this territory of many industrial and precious minerals, estimated in billions of tons in this county. Surrounding regions of Pokot, Rift Valley Stretch and countries such as Uganda, Tanzania, Sudan, Rwanda, Burundi will be a source of raw material for all the very factories, plants and industries that will be established. The government says the huge water source that has been discovered in the arid area in this Turkana region could supply the country for 70 years. The discovery of 2 aquifers brings hope to the drought-hit region, and they were found in the Turkana Basin and Lotikipia Basin using satellites and radar. The aquifers are said to hold some 250 billion cubic meters of water. We're hoping with the 2 test boreholes, the water should be available within a month. The huge water source has been discovered in the arid Turkana region of northern Kenya. Test drilling confirmed there was water underneath the arid ground. Turkana is also the home of the mega Turkwell power stations, hydroelectric power stations in Kenya. It is situated in northwestern Kenya on the border of Turkana and West Pokot and North districts, approximately 550 kilometers from Nairobi. The station was conceived as a multi-purpose project comprising hydropower, agricultural, fisheries and tourism development. It was constructed under the control of KVDA from 1986 to 1991. Turkwell Power Station has the capacity of 106 megawatts, and the power produced is connected to the national grid at Lesso substation on a 220 kV transmission line over a distance of 230 kilometers. Therefore, all the mining and industrial establishments and projects in this region that are envisioned by Turkana Industrial Park have already unlimited power and water supplies to implement as we venture into more resources in this sector through its big potential for geothermal, solar and wind energy. It generates approximately 10% of the national electricity supply. Turkana Power Station is one of the major hydroelectric power stations in Kenya. It is situated in northwestern Kenya on the border of Turkana and West Pokot and North districts, approximately 550 kilometers from Nairobi. The station was conceived as a multi-purpose project comprising hydropower, agricultural, fisheries and tourism development. It was constructed under the control of KVDA from 1986 to 1991. Turkana Power Station has the capacity of 106 megawatts and the power produced is connected to the national grid at Leso substation on a 220 kV transmission line over a distance of 230 kilometers. It generates approximately 10% of the national electricity supply. Turkana County also generally has potential for geothermal, solar and wind energy. This city will have major benefits. It will be able to create over 200,000 job opportunities during the construction phase of the project, as well as the mining and plants factory operational phase of the city, improving standards of living among the locals in the area. The city will also be a source of revenue for the national government, county government and the region at large through tax and wealth creation. Infrastructural development for the community and county will also be a big benefit through the facilitation of investors, county and national government to support and service this city through improved roads, telecommunications and other social amenities. The rising of many other support business opportunities will be a great value, mainly increase of value for land, housing, boost of farming and livestock produce because of ready market supplies, along with the increase of mining investors because of mineral market and consumption demand in the city. The Turkana Industrial Park management will go beyond its borders to establish a tourist class hotel, villas, apartments and campsites linked to treasure hunting sites to create the very rare hospitality facilities that the region desperately needs that can serve expatriates, workers of oil sectors, NGOs and government. Other benefits that will come from the vision of Turkana Industrial Park include supporting artisan miners in marketing their products through the local and international networks, boost capacity building of entrepreneurship through education and training business seminars and exhibitions, provide water to the community in partnership with the county and area leaders from the big lake Turkana. We shall also empower the fishing industry with storage and fish products processing factories. Turkana is also a mineral hub and is linked to the main international renowned mineral vein of the Mozambique belt, which is heavily endowed with huge deposits of minerals in billions of tons, according to credible geosurvey reports in some mines in the region. Many land and concession owners have already committed to provide raw materials for the city, mainly Tusk Gate mines, Gaukon mines, and through the network of Turkana Miners SACCO, a very prominent association that networks large and small-scale miners through Turkana to Pokot that has over 1 million acres. The Turkana Industrial Park will be very unique for the deposits of over 25 industrial and precious minerals, along with access to process oil byproducts of petroleum and gas, which include rubber, used in many creams and topical pharmaceuticals, dyes, detergents, bunker fuel, jet fuel, diesel fuel, heating oil, synthetic fibers, fertilizers and pesticides, photographic and film, food additives, electronics, plastics, musical equipment, leather, many building and construction products, ceramics, seats, crayons, mattresses and pillows, deodorants, cosmetics, medicines and candles. Huge deposits of iron ore that the raw material in production of steel will promote the establishment of plants related to automobiles, locomotives, ships building, beams used in buildings, furniture and tools, reinforcing rods for concrete, bicycles and many of the other items that use metal, which is the most used material by both tonnage and purpose. This region has huge deposits of copper that will be instrumental in establishing copper processing plant, along with factories and plants related to electrical and electronics accessories, building materials and others that use copper as its raw material. With many mines having huge deposits of titanium, this justifies the establishment of related uses such as bicycle frames, automobile and plane parts, and in medicine plants. Huge backup of coal will support the smelting of iron ore to steel, generation of electricity, source of heat for manufacturing processes in bricks and cement, power source for factories, heat steam, drive mechanical devices along with supporting production of plastics, roofing, linoleum, synthetic rubber, insecticides, paint products, medicines, solvents and synthetic fibers all include some coal-derived compounds. There are huge deposits of manganese in this region that will be mixed with iron to make various types of steel, promoting the establishment of plants linked with the production of batteries, ceramics, pesticides and fertilizers, and in dietary supplements. The region is rich with lime used as a reagent in flue gas desulfurization, cement, glass making, paper, plastics, paint, tiles, animal feeds, and other materials. Many mineral concessions also have sodium bicarbonate or sodium hydrogen carbonate that will be useful in setting up factories and plants for manufacture of natural deodorant, salts, pesticides, detergents and soaps, mattresses, medicine, polishes, kitchen accessories, and among many other related uses linking to various factories. Silicon is also in huge quantities in this region that will be used in steel refining, aluminium casting, and establishing fine chemical industries related to production of waterproofing treatments, molding compounds, waxes, explosives, and pyrotechnics. Gypsum and potassium oxide will empower the production of various types of fertilizers. It is an ionic compound of potassium and oxygen. This pale yellow solid, the simplest oxide of potassium, is rarely used as a fertilizer and in other medical applications. The huge deposits of various gemstones, mainly green garnets, blue sapphire, savolites, opal, yellow garnets, tanzanites, rubies, green and yellow tourmaline, among many more, will establish the ornaments and equipment factories such as beauty and scientific instruments plants, along with Gemstones International Trade Center and Gemstones Polishing Centers. Many other factories and plants that are related to mineral deposits in this region, such as nickel, amethyst, peridot, iolite, spinel, rhodolites and kyanites, calcium, chromium, chromite, granite, aquamarine, sand maram, and other minor and major deposits established in the region are in the vision of establishment. This park will be a major hub of mining, industry and trade with the establishment of priority